One of the most interesting things about training to become an OBGYN is the stories. It's the things that you encounter and see for yourself, and then the stories that you hear from other people, and you're like, that's crazy. And then you hear it for you, or you see it for yourself. So I remember when I was in training and hearing someone talk about, it's always the emergency department residents, but one of the ER residents talking about something that they saw in a woman's. And we're like, oh, like, what was it? It was the craziest thing that they found in there. And it was a potato. We're like, a potato? Like, why would somebody have a potato? That doesn't make any sense. Well, time passes, and then we have our own experience with something similar. And the reason for that is something called pelvic organ prolapse, which is a symptom of pelvic floor dysfunction. So what is the pelvic floor, you ask? In your pelvis, the lower part, like if you looked at your belly button, you kept looking down, like behind your pubic bone, that's your pelvis. There are a number of things there, like your bladder, your bowels, specifically your rectum, your uterus, your cervix, and those are held up by muscles in your pelvis. And I show you with my other hand, but just imagine my other hand is like here, next to my thumbs are next to one another. And they form like a hammock, a cradle to hold everything up. So that's what's keeping your bladder, your bowel, your vagina, like all of these organs in place. So if somebody has pelvic floor dysfunction, those muscles get weak. And what happens when they're weak? They can't hold everything up like they used to. Because they can't hold everything up like they used to, those things start to prolapse. They start to kind of fall down, and they prolapse into the vagina. And so what happens is when you do an exam, you see a bulge. Well, what do you do if you don't want that kind of symptom? You don't want pelvic organ prolapse. You put something in there to hold it up, like a potato. That's not something that we recommend. That was just something that they did culturally because they didn't have access to the tools that we have to help as OBGYNs with pelvic organ prolapse. But you learn something new every day. The point of this, really what I wanted to tell you, is take care of your pelvic floor. Take care of your pelvic floor.